I give the example that says you're both standing at the office door having a chat and an old lady walks past and she falls over right in front of you. What do you do? And of course, everybody says, well, we go pick her up because she's vulnerable. She needs help. Everybody will help that lady, bar no one, right? The problem that we have in business, when we don't have engagement, we don't have the psychological safety, we don't have a safe environment. There's people that are falling over, you just can't see it. And if people get the courage to be vulnerable because the environment allows it, then you can help people. Yeah. When you help people, they want to help you. It's a natural reaction. All the time I'm helping somebody, that means people want to help me. So you create this virtuous cycle. But you've got to do everything opposite to what you've been told through your baby boomer, command and control, business leadership years, that you could argue said we've been getting it wrong for 100 years.
Yes. Let me unpack that as it relates to the dreaded annual performance appraisal that I mentioned earlier. First of all, think about the word appraisal. It sounds like you're a piece of property or cattle or something, right? But now let's do the opposite. Let's flip it on its head. So instead of looking at the Simon Sinek model, which I love Simon Sinek, start with why, right? People want to know why you do what you do before they care how you do it or even what you do. I get that. He has his magic circle and the concentric circles with why being in the center, and it emanates outward. Well, I believe he got it wrong. I believe we should start with who we serve. And serve is really an important word. So think about 4-circle Venn diagram, and I think there are 4 realms of service: spiritual, relational, professional, and personal, right? And so if you think about that, it's not linear, it's intertwined. Like if I'm a spiritual person and I believe in God, I don't say, God, I'll see you on Sunday, but I got to go to work on Monday. I take my spiritual self to my work and my relations and in my personal being, right? Imagine having a conversation with your leader where you have a plan, a purposeful growth plan that's co-created, right? And I'm able to tell you, Jeff, as my leader, that here's my spiritual belief system. Here are my relational connections. I'm married. I have kids. I have friends. I have family. I'm involved in this thing in the community. And here's who I serve professionally. Well, I serve you, but I also serve our team and our organization and our clients, our customers, all of our stakeholders, right? Including our communities. And then I serve myself. And if I'm not serving myself, my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, I'm not good to anybody, right? And so once you know that, you're like, okay, very cool. Okay, well, what's next? Now I want to know why. What's my motivation? What's my purpose? And as a leader, you're going to want to know what lights me up. You're going to want to know what my trigger points are that really get the best out of me, my why. And then my how is, how am I uniquely gifted or talented? What are my superpowers or major strengths? Because you're going to want to know how you can get the most out of my strengths for the benefit of the team. You know, in the U.S., football is a big thing, and I happen to be in Kansas City, home of the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid is an amazing coach. He doesn't wait for the end of the year to have a conversation with people about coaching them. It's in real time every single day, right? So now you know how they're uniquely gifted. You wouldn't take Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback on the planet, and say, Patrick, you're a great quarterback, but you can't tackle for the crap. We're going to put you on the defensive line for a while so you can learn how to tackle. No, that would be ruining his gifts for the team's benefit, right? So that's how he's uniquely gifted. And then we get to the what. Well, what do you do? What role do you play on the team? What are your metrics of performance? What are you going to learn and do to grow into your position so I can promote you to the next position? You can add even more value to the team. Imagine if we turned it on its head. We did the opposite, and we did that on a regular basis. Maybe it's monthly. Maybe it's even with your one-on-ones. I've always had one-on-ones with my team every week to check in with them, right? And so it's possible if you look at someone through that holistic lens of love and you understand who they serve, why they do what they do, how they're uniquely gifted, and what they do so that you can coach and mentor them along the process and they can be successful, and then you and the team can be successful. And that's what we need to instill, is a different approach. Instead of wanting something different and doing, the same thing, it's the definition of insanity, right? We need to think differently and act differently.